So this big pile of happiness here is hickory smoked chicken. I'm going to show you how to make this today. And what I like to use is melted butter and some When Pigs Fly awesome hot sauce. Stay tuned. What does a wire brush and a 4-pound sledgehammer have to do with grilling? Well, obviously, but nothing at all. Why would you even think that you would use this when you don't have any real sticks in your yard? You can find dry pieces of the tree like this. Just gather up a bunch of this stuff. I'm grilling a lot of food today. So, because of that, I want to be sure that I don't have to stop and start again right in the middle of the process. When the coals start to, burn down, it's one thing to have to put more of the wood chips that I'm going to be smoking onto the grill during the process, but they're damp. So each time you do that, you have a potential of making your fire or your coals less and less effective cooking the food. So each time I pull more chicken off the grill and put more on, and if I have to put more chips on there onto the coals, each time I do that, the moisture is going to do something to those coals. So there's a possibility that in the middle of the process or towards the end of the process, I might have to relight the whole grill again with brand new coals if the other one's cooked down too much or whatever, and then finish what I'm cooking, because I want to cook a ton of it. You start with the coals, you light them, you have everything going, you put the wood chips on, the smoker's still smoking really nice, there's no more food. And then there's no more food to even cook on it. So you run into that problem a lot, where it's like, man, I wish I had more food because this thing's going so nicely. I think today I have 3 big packs of chicken and 3 small packs of chicken, and all of it has to be cooked today. That one grill right here, this little guy here, nothing all that fancy really. You see what I'm looking at here, right? So we're gonna put a little bit of wood down. You can see the grate on the bottom here, which kind of separates it, gives you a little bit of an air pocket for respiration for the fire. Throw some wood down, throw some more coals down. These things are some of it mostly wood, but I'm gonna add more there, and then light it, let it do its thing. I have the hickory chips soaking, and then we'll go through the whole process here. Should be fun. This is what I have to consider sticks. Yay! Now I just gotta break that down a little bit better and put it in our fire. That's what I usually put in here, but we're doing a video tutorial. I was strolling in the park one day, in the very merry month of May. I was taken by surprise by a pair of beady eyes. Alright, so I separated the smaller pieces from the larger chunk, but if you needed to, that's what this guy's for. Right? Makes sense? So I'm putting a layer down, soaking it before I put the new charcoal on it. Letting it soak for a little bit as I finish doing the rest. You want to make sure you don't suffocate your own fire. But also, you have another grill to put on top here, right? The one that the food goes onto, so you want to make sure you don't make it too high. That's probably good. Now more fluid. I'm generous with it because I'm going to let it soak before I light it anyway. I don't want just patches to be hot spots. I want the whole thing to be able to burn so that I can cook all the food quickly. That's always the goal, right? All right, there we go.
Jazz hands.
Now would be a good time to discuss the do nots. While you're lighting this thing, until you get your coals the way you want them, do not put this on here. You don't want the flame blasting through there while you have the grill on top of it. Wait for everything to cook down and then place it on top of here, okay? Light it first, let it do its thing, let the coals, prepare the coals properly, and then put the grill top on. Here you see I have wood chip soaking. Now these are very shredded in this particular brand. They were they call them wood chips, they could have called them wood shreds. So very, very small pieces here. The bigger ones come from a different bag, but this is all hickory. I'll be not pouring this onto the fire like this, right? Of course not. You put it through a strainer, you get most of the water out as you can, and they're just supposed to be soaked and damp, and then you sprinkle them on top of the coals. And as you can see, if you do that multiple times, the moisture coming out of the wood is eventually going to put out the coals or really weaken your fire. So that's why making as much chicken as I am today may require me to start the whole process twice. Okay, well, here's another thing I just realized I don't have. I don't live all by myself where I can put things away and they're where I put them. So I have to use this little gay thing instead of the one with the long stick on it. So here we go. It'll catch the rest. Oh yeah. I do good. See, they can tell there's a little bit of moisture or something there. See how the smoke is all... That's really cool. Pushing through the coals like that. You can see it right here. I don't know if you can tell, but... It almost looks like it's not burning in the center. It's just the wind making that illusion. Trust me, I put enough shit on there. There we go. Now we just gotta wait for that to cook down. And we can go prep our chicken and drain our wood chips for the hickory smoke while we're waiting. But fire is fun to look at, so we're just gonna do that for a little bit longer. It's dusty out here with the sand and the wind. You get that, but what I want to show you is this is your little carburetor here, your little airflow, right? So now there's one underneath here, as you can see, where the air is coming up through here. The fire has a chance to breathe when there isn't a bunch of shit in its way. So move that stuff out of there, right? Get all that junk out of there. Let it breathe. All right, there you go. So, when it can breathe, you have a better fire. Might as well just take the rest of the crap. I thought I already did this, but I guess more got messed up in there. Well, screw it, I'll fix it. There we go. Keep that wide open, right? So that the fire can breathe and not put itself out. You turn this so that the holes are closed off when you want the fire to end, okay? But while it's going, you want them wide open, and if there's gunk in there from old debris from the last fire, just try to work it out, you know? Get it out of there as best you can so it has, just like having a clogged breathing passage. You want it to be all congested. All right, but over here, when you're doing the smoking with the wood chips, this should be shut or shut enough to where it doesn't accidentally put your fire out. So maybe just have a little tiny gap there. All right, so these are the no antibiotic, no added hormones or steroids. They don't tell you about the veterinary vaccines, though. Guaranteed by law, they have to have vaccines, which means anything else in the world could be in these things. And they don't have to tell you because they make you focus on this, and then you think it's somehow better. Ooh, free range. Ooh, grass-fed, blah, blah. It's still poison. They're just saying, hey, there's this many poisons in these type in here, and then there's undisclosed poisons, so just don't think about those over here. So these are pretty much smaller pieces. I don't really need to get these down in size in order for them to cook better. This kind of got a little frozen yesterday, though. It's a little hard there. But these are monster-sized pieces, so I'm going to split them, at least split them down to the length of the chicken breast, so that they cook a little faster on the grill. So that's what I'm going to do here with this trusty knife, and then prep all that and bring it out and start getting the grill ready. That was a little bit for dramatic effect with the knife, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut them like that. All right, and throw them back in the same thing, because I'm going to use this to carry it outside. Look at that thing. Look at it. I said look at it. This one that was on roids, for sure. It's a huge chest. I think it was benching like 250. I got to keep an eye on the grill, but I want to get this ready so they have enough chicken to go on the first round. I already drained my wood chips. I got my wood. Got my wood ready. What the hell are they feeding these chickens? Drugs. Oh, that's right. Forgot. All right, those 2 packages are done. Let's get these out there. All right, so let's have a look over here. See how we're doing. I got some graying. Starting to get there. Still maybe a little hot. Oh, I gotta get a stoker poker too. You can see the coals all the way to the edge almost. That's good times. Good times, good times. We did all right. It's always good to make sure that this is, you know, cleaned out at the bottom. All right. I mean, once we put the damp wood on there, it's gonna cut that down a little bit, but we'll do a little stoker poker. Maybe I'll cut the other chicken to give it a little bit more time. We'll come back out of here. This is your chicken on trend. Welcome back to Cooking Like You're Black. Wood chips, drained. Mommy, it hurts. Burns. It burns, Mommy. Oh yeah. It burns, Mommy. Mommy, it burns. Alright, now I got more wood chips for later. So buttons, as he says. Alright, you can hear the sizzle because they're wet. Now we put this bitch on. See that smoky smoke? We don't want to lose too much of that. Ta-da. I mean, don't freak out like a maniac, but... And then I'll go get the chicken. You can just keep rolling. You just do that, okay? Just back. And don't suffocate your grill by putting too much meat on it either. That can happen. No suffocato, right? We will be back. Man, I made this freaking amazing. I made a good fire. I'm very proud of you. Oh yeah. All right, let's see. It wasn't that long. Yay! Nice and brown they get. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this beautiful without that smoky smoke? Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't think you appreciate it. Are you appreciating it? Are you appreciating this? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You're not appreciating it. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. It's one of the greatest wonders of the world. Grilling on one of these super cheap grills. Oh man. Alright, I gotta shut it even though I want to stare at it and marvel at it. Grilling is its own reward, but man, this just looks so cool. So another trick is, and it's kind of like a fun trick, or a challenge, right, is to try to keep this thing going, the coals, the wood chips, so that the last batch is as smoky and delicious as the first one. And that it doesn't take freaking ever to cook the last batch, right? So because of a milder set of coals or Yeah, you just don't want to have to redo it all over again because to relight would require more fluid. Then you gotta wait for the fluid to burn off, and it's like a whole process, right? You don't put the food on until that fluid has burned off. You probably knew that though, right? You would never put food on a grill right after you lit it. I mean, maybe you would. Maybe you're one of those weird people. I don't know you very well. I'm just getting a closer look, see what kind of person you are. Look at how quickly, how quickly, how quickly. Right? 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 Look at that. Dark. That is amazing. I think these are done right here, these ones. Let's find out. I'll let you know in a second. No, not that one. Looks like I need to stoke this fire too a little bit. And then get some more wood chips on this biatch. So, let's do that. What do you say? See how it gets nice and smoky as soon as I start doing that? It's because I know what the hell I'm doing. That's why. It helps when I know what the hell I'm doing. It does. It really does. See that? Oh yeah. Now let that do its thing. I'll go get some more cheek horn. In the meantime. Yeah, away. There you go. And then we'll put some more wood chips on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Are you having fun yet? Are you enjoying your time here? Good. This is the chicken that was not on trend. You can see how much skinnier it is. Look at this little puny man. That's why he didn't survive. That's why they caught him over at the farm. It won't be hard to figure out which one's which. These ones are a little bitch size. I didn't have this running at the time, but what I just did was I took the chicken off, the chicken that was completed, the chicken that was completed, yum, 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 all right? And when I had the chicken off, I grabbed the tongs and I lifted up the grill and I threw more wood chips down, stoked the fire a little bit more, got things revved up again. And now we cooking with gas here, sonnies. Hear that sizzle? That means it got a nice hot grill face. That's when you know the fire is rolling, doing what it's supposed to do. That's always good times. Whoops. Some of this chicken's a little on the frozen side because one of the packages was, I don't know, our refrigerator in the garage is weird. Stuff on the top shelf and sometimes has a tendency to get icy. So 'tis what 'tis. These are tenderloins. It's like whatever, I like white meat. Still got a lot of chicken to go in the second package. And then we have another whole regular chicken package to go after that. If you are using lighter fluid, you cook that stuff off first. Get the coals so that they're glowing, and then you put your grill top on and the food on top of that grill top. Okay, here's what you also don't do. If you're grilling and you see a spot that doesn't seem like it's quite as uniformly lit or glowing or burning, and you want to try to rectify that, do not, while you have food on the grill, add a little shot of lighter fluid. Don't do it, okay? Don't add lighter fluid to the process while you already have food grilling on there. Take everything off, take the grill off if you're gonna put any more lighter fluid on, okay? Cool. I took the grill off and I did add a little bit of fluid. Just a little bit. And the reason being is that the bottom layer, there's like two different grill pieces. Like there's this one here, then there's another metal grill in the bottom. Most of the hot coals are beneath that. And they're kind of just chilling there, or they're very low in here. So these ones on top are still black. They're not really turning they're not really catching, they're not really turning, so I wanted to just entice them a little bit so that we can keep the fire going a little bit longer without also trying to blow out the other fire by accident by putting the fluid on and moving it around, stoking it too much or whatever. I didn't want to put it out. So there's a low glow now. I'll put more of the wood chips on, and then I'll throw another layer of chicken on. Totally forgot that part. See, I just accidentally put the grill back on before I put on the wood chips. There we go. Okay, this is some of the regular steroid chicken. Chicken, right? You can kind of tell the difference between the two. I'm about to show you why I'm a master griller. All right, so let's see. You see all this chicken? All this chicken. You see all this chicken that we cooked today? Do you? Awesome. Almost all the surface area at the top of the grill here is still under a bed of red coals after cooking all that. That's talent. That's talent. I'm telling you. Try it. See, you'll get patches sometimes. That's why I'm putting the wood down. Everything that I did today, all the little details that I did should help you get that end result. This could cook forever and ever. Not that long, but it could definitely conceivably cook like probably a couple pounds of hamburgers, steaks, whatever. Still, if I wasn't about to put it out. And the way I put it out is by closing the air carb, the holes on the bottom that let the air in so that the fire can breathe. We're gonna shut that down, shut the ones on the top, put the lid on, and then it should snuff itself out, basically suffocate itself. And that's how that will get done. But look at those coals, man. Pretty awesome. Many hours later and lots of chicken cooked. Those things are still blazing. It says, stop spreading logic on it. I love it. By the hammer of Thor. I was told I should also do the salmon. So after everyone in the house ate today, this is how much chicken we still had left. Pretty awesome. At the beginning of this video, I showed you a sauce called When Pigs Fly, and I was using it with that delicious smoked chicken that I had made. You get that at semperfryllc.com, semperfryllc.com. There's a coupon code just underneath that. It says One Stop Shop for 10% off. You scroll down here, and you'll find that sauce and many, many more. There's the When Pigs Fly right there. Click on it for more details, each and every one of these. And you can scroll down the list. The further down you go, the spicier they become. Plenty of sauces here available and ready to go. semperfryllc.com, semperfryllc.com is the place to get awesome hot sauce. You know, when you go to the grocery store, it's mass produced. Human hands may never even touched any of the ingredients. There's no soul in it. This is a two-person family operation. They hand chop everything. It's award-winning, handcrafted, made to order. They've been in business for over a decade now. Best ingredients, veteran-owned, family-run. You know what I mean? You can feel the soul in the food. And also, if you are in Old Town San Diego, you can find a whole entire shelf section dedicated to these sauces at a store called The Crazy Pepper. And if you're in Yuma, Arizona, you can go to the Arizona Marketplace until the end of March and find their kiosk there. But everyone else, Semper Fry, SEMPERFRYLLC.com is where you go to get awesome hot sauce and use the coupon code One Stop Shop. It's the number one and then Stop Shop. All caps, no spaces. Have you ever asked yourself, what does a 4-pound sledgehammer have to do with grilling? I mean, I hope you didn't. Were you a psychopath?